But the difference in us and them is that they say, here's your corporation, goodbye. And now you got to go figure all this stuff out. And after you have some, go learn a little bit from this internet guy and this internet guy. They're internet people. They're not bankers. They don't know anything about banking. That's why they're not giving you this info. Okay. And they're not corporate structure people. Okay. They'll teach a little bit about credit or a little bit about to go get some couple of credit cards here and there, some credit card stacking. But they're not going to show you the next levels. Okay. And people are out here doing enormous things. They're driving Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and everything. Why aren't you? Because they know something you don't know. They're speaking Latin. And that's what I'm trying to teach you now. Latin. Okay. So what's the difference in you and them? Well, for one thing, they don't teach you data points. What's a data point? Okay. For instance, do you know when you have a corporation, you should have at least 3 people on your corporation? The bank will look at your corp and right away they will make a decision because they're trained to do that. They can spot a rookie from a mile away. So they're going to say, oh, so you only have 1 person on your corporation as an officer? You should have 3. 3, an odd number, 3, 5, 7, 9, so you can vote. If you have 1 person and you're doing all 3 positions, they're going to say, you're a rookie. You look like a rookie. You're answering the phones. You're the secretary. You're cleaning the floors. You're doing the phone calls. You're doing the marketing. You look silly. Data point, no good. See? Next thing is, how about your address? You're doing home, you're doing business out your home. Do you know doing business out your home is like having your poor cousin on your couch? Always have yourself a real office, not a virtual office, none of that stuff. A real office that you can walk in and close the door and have a lease. So they can mark it, check. And then they say, okay, they're looking for rookie zone. And the next thing is your phone number, no voice over IP. You should have a landline, okay? We teach you this. Okay, what about, do you know you should have an 80 paydex score before you start applying for money? Banks are not going to lend you any decent money unless an 80 paydex is like a 800 credit score. Personal. A business should have an 80 paydex score. How do you acquire that? You must have a trade line on your corporation, at least one. Today's environment, if the bank doesn't see somebody else gave you credit, they're going to give you baby penny money because they want to see you slow walk it so they can trust you that you can pay your bills. So why not go in and go get yourself some trade lines? We teach you how to do that. Okay. We also can put $100,000 to $2 million on your corporation. Now, you think if you wanted to get that Rolls Royce or that Mercedes, and they see that you have $100,000, $200,000 trade line, somebody already gave you, and you paid it down, they wouldn't give you that Mercedes? Think about it. You want to do real estate, but you don't have any trade line. Nobody trusted you with anything. Wouldn't it look better if you had $1 million worth of trade lines on your corporation? See, they don't teach you that. What if they were to go in and talk about, what if you went into Dun and Bradstreet, you got your Dun's number, you got your LLC. Rookies. If you put your information in Dun and Bradstreet, which everybody teaches you, do you know that Dun & Bradstreet may hold you there and not shoot you through all the other 5 bureaus? What are the 5 bureaus? Are they teaching you the 5? Experian, Equifax, Small Business Financial Exchange, Dun & Bradstreet, and PayNet. If you don't know what those are for, how are you going to get the money? Dun & Bradstreet may sit you there, and when you apply with them, then they may ask you for more information. And if you don't give them the information they're asking for, they may put you in that system, did not comply. Not good. So I would say go into Experian and load up your information. So when the banks check, they check Experian, and Experian will move you through all the 5 bureaus. And they more likely will not ask you for anything unless you offer it to them. See? Now, what's the 5 bureaus for? Small Business Financial Exchange. What is that for? That's for trucks or computers or cars or heavy equipment or copy machines, fax machines, equipments, for your business, equipment loans, rather. Now, if you don't know that, how are you going to know to build up your PayNet? Because they don't teach you anything. What about if you were to go in and get Dun & Bradstreet? Those are merchant accounts. We get money. We're not looking for that first. We're looking for money. So when you go to Dun & Brad, guess what? Thank you very much. So when you go to Dun & Bradstreet, you want to make sure that you have that you understand those are merchant accounts. You can't get money off those. Those are Costco cards, Lowe's cards, store cards are used in the store, right? You can't get money off those. So we get money to do business first. We get money, then we do business. We don't work for the money. Makes sense? So we got to know how to get the money. So now, Small Business Financial Exchange, that's what they call installment lines. That's banks talking to banks. So that's going to be $100,000, $1 million, whatever. You pay it down, you're done. That's an installment line. That's what you want. You want money, right? And then Experian and Equifax, that's going to be credit cards. So you want credit cards. Those are revolving cards and revolving lines of credit. So you want to go in, hardly anybody checking Experian. They're checking, hardly anybody's checking Equifax. They're checking Experian for those credit cards. So you're interested in Experian and Small Business Financial Exchange. So you put trade lines on those two, and then the bank sees you have an 80 paydex. If you don't have any trade lines, you're going to be like a 65 or a 60. The bank wants to check and see you're at 80. Who's going to teach you this on the internet for free? Nobody. Nobody. All right. What about your registered agent? Rookie, no money. They can spot it right away as soon as they look at it. Oh, LLC. Okay, rookie. You're not looking for money. Okay. Oh, what about a registered agent? If you have a registered agent, you don't have a registered agent, they know you are a rookie because they see, they know the registered agent is responsible for getting you your important mail. So that's a separate company. So if you don't have one or you're the registered agent, they say, rookie, how are you going to get your important mail? Makes sense? So you don't want to rookie out. All right? That's why you don't get the money. Well, what about a domain name? Are they teaching you? They don't. We teach you all this, right? And we do all this for you. That's the difference. What about your domain name? You shouldn't have a Yahoo, a Gmail. You should have a .com. Well, what's your email? ABC at yahoo.com. Rookie, you're never going to have a big company talking about their Yahoo. See? Okay, what about your corporation? Do you know when they bank look, they're going to look on a place called Who Is. That's one word, Who Is. You should have at least 40 or 50 hits where people have looked at your website. If you don't have that, they're going to see it. And they're going to say, rookie, we can't, nobody looking at them. So nobody's interested in them. So you should go in 40, 50, 60 times and in and out looking at your website. So it'll be able to see. They'll be able to see. People are looking at it, right? See, these are all data points. Data points. So that's the difference in us and them. Well, I could get one of them age corporations, Mr. Whitehead, and start doing business for 2,500. Well, go ahead, but you get what you pay for. So with us, right, you're going in, you're really paying for all the data points and education that we're giving you and putting in there. And also remember, everything I'm teaching you here, I want you to teach your children and I want you to use as a business. Not only build your own company, but build it as business. You can use this to do a business because most of the things I'm teaching you here, 85% of everybody that has businesses don't know it. They don't know it. Okay. So a lot of people say we're going to go to question and answers now. A lot of people say, well, Mr. Whitehead, can you help me with this? I'm like, look, I'm giving you all the, like the kids, the young folks say, all the game, right? Which this is business. This is not game. This is business. This is not game. Okay. So I'm teaching you to be a businessman or a businesswoman. You're a capitalist. So go out and go get money. Stop trying to go out and drive trucks and do hair. Get money and then go pay for other people to do the work. Your job is to go get money. That's your job. Forever in the corporation. What's your job? I'm a capitalist. I go find money for my business. And then I buy with the fake money, fiat money, I buy real things and put them in my company. And now my company has value and it owns the real things that I bought with the fake money. So now my company has value. It's not how much money you have, it's how much your company is worth. It's how much your company is worth. So start building your company and become Oprah, whoever you want to become. The money is there. You just have to know how to build your company for the money that you want. And it starts with a corporation. Look around you. Is Walmart a corporation? I think so. Name a $1 billion company and look and see, are they a corporation? Okay. All right. So I want to ask everybody out there, we're going to go to question and answers. All right. I want to ask everybody out there, I've been talking for a minute. I probably gave you $1 million worth of information. All right. Teach your children. You don't need us. All right. But if you do want us to help you with something, people always say, can you help me? And we're going to go to question and answers. Right. Anybody can answer. So not an LLC. No, put your LLC underneath your C Corp. And the C Corp is made for getting money. That's what it's made for. Nobody's teaching you that. LLC is for protection. That's not for getting money. And you're not trying to drive trucks or do hair or sell shoes or do marketing. You're trying to get money. Money. I need you to change your way of thinking. You're trying to get money. Are you trying to drive a truck really? Or are you trying to drive a truck so you can get money? Well, eliminate the truck and go build a company, corporation, and go get some money because it's made for getting money. I want to ask everybody out there, we're going to go to question and answers. And I want to ask you, do you feel, anybody out there feel like, put up a 9 if you feel like this is good information, something that you can use, something that you just put up a 9 if you think that's just decent information, something you can teach your family or help you in some kind of way. Right? I've been teaching a while. If you say no, I'll just go, bye. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. It's very nice of you. I'll go get something to eat. Okay, I'll get out of here. All right. I'll get out of here. All right. 9. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Would you hold the 9 button down? All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just to see where you're talking about. I mean, how you feel. I've been talking a minute here. And I hope you're writing everything down, and perhaps you can have your kid or your child, right, sitting there and learning some of this stuff. You'd be surprised what they pick up. They need to go in school. What are you going to be, little Akeem, when you grow up? I'm going to be a businessman. What you going to be, Johnny? I'm going to be a police officer. What you going to be, Marguerite? I'm going to be a fire, a nurse. What you going to be, little Brenda? I'm going to be a businesswoman. I'm a capitalist. Would that not blow their minds? What you say? I said, I'm going to be a businessman. I love it. All right. Thank you for all the 9s. Thank you so much. We're going to go to question and answers. If you want us to help you with something, a lot of people call me constantly. Mr. Whitehead, can you help me? Can you help me? There's a phone number right now. If you put up a 9, there's no reason you're supposed to be sitting there and not picking up and calling that number. We got people waiting for you right now to answer your phone if you want somebody to help you. All right. Help you with all of that. And don't think that just because you don't think you qualify, don't think because you think you don't qualify. These people here have so many ways to help you get what you need to do. Get your credit, money for your credit. Get your corporation. Get your websites done. If you don't list your corporation amongst all the your corporate address and info with all the Yelp and all that, you're not getting the money. If you don't have your website that has data points put into it, you're not getting the money. See, nobody's teaching you that. You're trying to impress the underwriter. Okay. So again, you got people sitting up here waiting for your phone call. We're going to go to question and answers, but I want to warn you, there's about 500 people on the internet, just Instagram, acting like me. They have all my information. They have my content. They're putting it up there saying Derrick P, Derrick D, Whitehead, Derrick dot Whitehead. It's not me. So unless you're dialing 424-543-7522 or economic masonry, if you're not going to economic masonry, you might be going to somebody acting like me. Now, why they acting like me, and so many of them, why don't you just learn what I'm teaching and go get some money instead of scamming? What? It's a mentality. I'm teaching from A to Z twice a week for the last 5 years. I've been teaching this. Now, who else is giving you that? I missed 2 of these in the last 5 years, and that's because I was on a jet. So who's going to teach you for free? Nobody. Me. So why do you have to scam? There's 2 on here now, and don't think I don't know it, because I have people out there searching as we're doing this. There's 2 people waiting for you to put your information up here so they can contact you and scam you. I don't do a Bitcoin. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I just don't specialize in that. I don't do gold. I don't do insurance. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I don't do that. So if they're asking you to pay them for any weird stuff, it's not me. I got 250 people acting like me on Instagram. No, Instagram, I got 500 people acting like me, scamming. I got 260 people on, I think, TikTok. Another one, I got 150 on LinkedIn. I mean, they're just going crazy. Wow. That's flattering, but it's not. Okay. And we got something for you. We get ready to get a whole team of lawyers. So be ready. Be ready. All right. So you call that number. We got people waiting for you. Don't get scammed. All right. And don't say, well, I don't qualify, because they got many ways to help you get qualified. All right. So 424-543-7522. 424-543-7522. Yeah, 5 different friend requests from me. They split me in 5. All right. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, you go ahead and dial that number, 424-543-7522. And you make sure, if they don't answer you right away, you tell them Mr. Whitehead said, since Mr. Whitehead said, since you didn't answer right away, they will call you back. But if they don't answer you right away, you say, Mr. Whitehead said, give me a discount. You got to tell them that, or they will not. They not move, right. Tell them Mr. Whitehead said, get a discount because they didn't answer my phone call right away. They will call you back. All right. Because from what I'm seeing here, a lot of people are actually calling off the hook. So I'm seeing here, they will call you back. They will call you back. 424-543-7522, and ask them, tell them your situation and say, listen, I have many, they asked them, Mr. Whitehead said, there's many ways for me to get started in this. That's what Mr. Whitehead said. So show me the different ways. Okay. But get your stuff going now. Okay, we're going to go over the question and answers, and let's see if we can knock this out in a couple. It's getting kind of late. It's getting kind of late. So remember, hop on in and dial them. They're waiting for you now for a phone call if you want us to help you. You don't need us, because I'm going to question and answers now and answer your questions. Okay. All right. So looks like we have a question from Justin Hickson. Justin Hickson, what's your question? And remember, we also have that free real estate. If you get a corp now, we're going to tell them to put me into the free real estate class for 1 week, free real estate class. And I don't play with the baby money. We're doing $500, $800 million deals in there. People that know nothing about real estate are in there learning, and people that know a lot about real estate are in there teaching each other. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. So if you go in and you get yourself your corporation, tell them to throw in that class for a week. Tell them Mr. Whitehead said. Okay.
Good day, King. Shalom to you,
Shalom.
Mr. DW.
Thank you so much, brother. Shalom.
You took me instead of a woman first.
I know, because I don't see anybody else on the answer the question but you. I think
all right.
I think a lot of people they're looking to see if I give any more information, which I always try to slide something different in there,
We appreciate your time and the space you create, sir.
Thank you so much.
My question.
We have probably 200 people on Instagram. I see mostly new people. We have TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and I can see there's mostly 200. It's probably about 1,400 people with all these platforms, and most of them are new. I see a lot of people that are not new on here, on this platform.
Yes,
but go ahead, answer your question. What's your question, Ben?
Is it inappropriate if I use a image of you and I shaking hands in Houston, Texas?
Not at
Am
all.
I infringing on your? Okay.
Not at all. What are you going to be using it for?
Well, I just use it as my backdrop on Google right now, but I think we're pretty handsome together shaking hands, so I use it, sir. Just wanted to ask permission and your blessing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How's the family? How's mama?
Oh, everybody's good. Everybody's good, brother. Thank you so much.
Good. Yes, sir. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, brother. Let's see. Michael Maxwell.
Peace and love, Mr. Whitehead.
Peace and love to you, brother.
Yes, sir. Seed Money Foundation Capital Springboard Funding.
That's right.
My question is, who's going to teach us this every Tuesday and Thursday for free?
Nobody.
keep up the good work, sir. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
That's for you.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, how about Nikki? What's your question? What's your question?
Hi, Mr. Whitehead.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, God got me up.
That's right. That's right. I'm grateful to God for that and getting me up too.
Yeah.
Now I need a simple question.
Okay.
And it's way from the beginning, and all these notes I can't find the answer. So don't call my question simple. It's gonna go way back.
No sense no such thing as simple. Just how do I do this?
Okay. How do I? It's at the okay. Gosh, I don't know how to word that. How do I stop in the credit core fund? How do I stop something from being seen from the very beginning? It was something you told us that we do in the very beginning. We'll delete that. So when these people go back to check the report, there's nothing for them to see.
Okay, so you're going to shut down the third-party bureaus that they're going to check. So you're going to go to Google and look up third-party reporting bureaus. And then you're going to go into each one and opt out. And they're going to send you a piece of paper saying you have opted out. And keep that paper with the number on it, because when you get your credit together, you got to go opt back in, or the bank is not going to be able to find you. So you opt back in.
That's what I needed.
You got it.
That's what I needed.
Okay.
So that's real cool. However, I also want to ask you now, the credit repair people, that's the name of them, creditrepair.com. This should I go on in there myself, or should I insist that they do it? Because for me, they're very slow. But when you look at it, I haven't made the 60 days. But it seems like they're just taking too long. They might need some help.
I wouldn't do that. Creditrepair.com. I would go in and do a affidavit, what they call a FTC affidavit, and fill my information out and send it in myself. That's what I would do.
Well, okay, that is good, because I was thinking about getting rid of them because I'm tired of them and coming to you anyways. Because anything I don't know, I told you the library I'm coming. But here's the deal. I've already gotten in with them at the beginning when I got tired of being turned down my one time.
No.
That I did.
Okay.
So I was thinking, take it from them and just get, man, I don't know. This is really getting on every nerve in my body. And I'm trying to do nice and smile about it.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's better to hire somebody than to try to make a bunch of mistakes. Because if you do too many of them saying that it's not yours, they may put you in a system. They may put you in a system, and they call that the community affairs. Community affairs. You don't want to be in that, because now you're not going to be able to.
Get the old ladies.
That's right. You don't want to be in that. So sometimes it's better to just hire somebody to do it for you if you don't understand it.
Okay, I've already hired somebody, is what I'm saying. I've already hired somebody, And this is going into the 60, it said 30 to 60 days. So now it's into the 60 days almost. I just don't see the results like I want to see. And I'm wondering if I should go in that was my how-to question.
Okay,
Go into a third-party reporting bureau.
Do me a favor, ask me, how
Okay.
do I do this specific?
How do I get rid of these people at this bureau, or should I suggest to them that they do the 3-part reporting bureaus?
Okay, I can't give you advice.
Third party, I'm sorry, third party.
I can't tell you what to do because that would be giving you advice. I can answer a question, but I can't give you advice. I can't say, get rid of them, because they can come back and sue me. You told her to get rid of us, right? I can't do that.
Right.
But
Okay.
so what is your question?
How do I contact the third party reporting bureaus?
Okay, so
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, so you go to Google and you type in third-party reporting bureaus, third-party credit bureaus, and then they tell you how to do it. They tell you when you go to any one of them, you say you look for opt-in and opt-out, and you just follow the instructions. It says whatever they tell you to do, you do it, and you opt out.
Okay, that's simple. Okay, right. I'm thinking, I know what's happening. I'm overthinking it, sir, and I'm just pulling it on my own because I want stuff to move faster. And I do this. I have to get control. So I'm gonna leave you alone and leave you so you can talk to other people.
So that's what you have to do. You have to go to, there's probably 6, 7 of them, main ones that you want to opt out of. But just go there and opt out of that. Once you opt out of that, then you do your FTC report.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. And that's Nikki. We love Nikki. How about William? What's your question, brother? William.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. Let's see if we can do this in a minute. One question, please, and let's see if we can get it in a minute. Getting kind of late.
All right. How many trade lines do you need?
For business or personal?
For business.
To get an 80 Paydex, you probably want to get 2. You want to do Experian. That's revolving trade lines. So if you got $100,000 trade line, you probably want to put $25,000 on Experian so you can show that you have revolving credit card. And 25,000 is a good number for a credit card. And then you want to put the other 75,000 on Small Business Financial Exchange so you can show you have big money on a loan. So I would say 2.
25 and 75.
Or you can put 100,000 on the credit cards and $300,000 on. It depends on how much you're trying to get. But I would say the lowest would be 25 and 75, and go up from there if you have the ability to do that.
So 25 and 75 is the best. It's the best play.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what in my opinion.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How about, let's see, Tania Floyd. I think that's Tania.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Whitehead. Thank you so much. It's Tanya Floyd.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Quick question. So right now, I'm actually working on my credit. In the next 3 months, it should be it'll be 750 plus. Now I'm on the fence because I want to purchase the property well, not purchase, but do the down payment and then take over the payments for a property in real estate. So I was thinking of using my personal credit in 3 months to get a credit card of like 50,000.
Can you start
to get
that?
the subject?
Can you start that over again? Ask me, how do I do this?
Okay, so how do I purchase a property subject to using personal credit and still do an S corp?
Okay, sub 2.
Can I do that at the same time?
All right, so that's a real estate question. Is Louita there? Rachel, is Louita there?
Yes, Mr.
Hi,
Derrick.
Mr. Whitehead.
Here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, did you hear the question?
Something about a sub too. I was answering somebody else's email, but
Can you say that
can
again?
you?
Yeah, so I'm looking
Hi there.
hello, Larita. Good evening. So I'm looking to obtain a property subject to in the next 3 months. And I was thinking of using my personal credit to get a credit card like 50,000 to be able to do the down payment and have enough for a couple of months. But I also want to do the S corp, and I know credit is needed for that as well.
Did you say
So I'm on the
S corp?
fence of
Did you say S corp?
yes, because I know your personal credit needs to be high for that.
Oh,
Okay, can anybody out there
So
tell me what type of corporation she should be
C
using?
Corp.
Oh, C corp. My bad. I'm sorry. I said S corp.
it's okay.
C
We won't throw you out right now. Just kidding.
corp.
So when you're doing sub two, a lot of times the person is in distress. So you're going to be taking over their, you have to deal with their debt, right? That they couldn't afford to pay because they're in distress.
Correct.
Right. So it just depends on what area you're talking about, but you need to make sure those numbers are right before you try to borrow that kind of money, I would always say, obviously, stay low because you don't want to put too much. You don't want to put a couple $100,000 on the house, right? The whole point is you're taking over the payments, and you need to find someone who's in distress where you don't have to spend out that much money.
Yeah, the property is about 200,000.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then down payment is 25,000 and monthly like 1,500.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sub twos. Get Rochelle, can you get her number, and then we'll get you over to Dasha's booking. And then if you want to check out our real estate, we're here on Fridays.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Share your information in the chat box, ma'am. I'll send you over to Dasha.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And anybody else that wants to get their trust so they can have the 7 structure, give your information to Rachel. Anybody else that may be interested in joining that, getting in that free real estate class for a week, which is extraordinary. You should have real estate. If you don't have real estate, you're lacking in business. You should have your money coming in, then real estate, then long-term investments. And 75% of all people who become wealthy in this country become wealthy through real estate every year. Okay. And so you can call economicmasonry.com and inquire about the real estate, or you can go into now, if you're on the Zoom, give your information to Rachel, and her name is actually Rochelle, but I love calling her Rachel. So put your name and the number over there to Rachel, and she can get you into that class. Extraordinary real estate class. Louita Gonzalez runs that, and she's managed over 10,000 commercial and single family properties. 10,000. So you know you get a piece of the rent off each one that you manage. 10,000, right? So extraordinary, a monster beast. Going there and they got $800 million deals, $500 million deals going on up in there. Notes, they teaching all kinds of stuff. And people that don't know anything, wholesaling, learn how to wholesale, which takes no money in real estate. And people that know, that are handling millions and millions, are all intertwining, teaching each other, So where can you go and hobnob with people doing $800 million deals? Nowhere. Nowhere. All right, so go in and inquire about that real estate. It's a week free, so I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to learn that. A lot of times it's the people that you're around. Okay. All right. And you can go to economicmasonry.com. How do you join the real estate class? You go to, if you're not on the Zoom, as y'all can see, go to economicmasonry.com and hit the button that says real estate and inquire about hopping in that. Okay. And if you have any more questions about real estate, put your hand up here, please. Let's go to Miguel.
Aww.
What happened?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Good. God got me up, brother.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. So excited to get a chance to speak with you. I've been watching a lot of your videos on YouTube. And so, questions. Let's want to start tech company. What strategies would they utilize in order to accomplish that goal?
You have your own tech company, or you want to open it?
I want to start one. Yes, I want.
Okay, then you first have to have a properly structured company so you can get the money that you need to operate it. We get money first, and we do business after we get the money.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you want to go in and make sure that you get your corporation and then fund it.
Right. So do the corporation is then utilize that to fund it.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, sir. If I appreciate it, I appreciate your time.
You're welcome, brother Miguel. Okay, who's next? How about a lady? Let's see a lady here. Simone, what's your question?
Hi, Mr. Derrick, bless up. So do I concern myself with all the soft pulls that I see on my credit report?
Soft pulls don't mean anything. It's the hard pull where it generates an inquiry. You don't want the inquiries. Soft pulls don't hurt your credit. So how are you able to see the soft pulls?
When I request a copy of my credit report.
Okay, so that's just for you. That's not usually for everybody else to see.
Okay. All right, that's my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question, though.
Enjoy.
Thank you. How about Joshua? What's your question?
Yes, good evening, sir. How you doing? You're the best.
Thank you, brother. God got me up. Thank you.
Yeah, so I have a cup right now. I'd like to know, can you run the step and let me know how would I structure the company to become a published company? In other words, from this scratch pub co. Can you run the process? Because I already have a cup with you guys.
You have the corporation, but you have to go scratch and then go to the next level and then the next level. So you're talking about a scratch pubco is going in and getting yourself $1 to $500,000. Then after that, you go up to about $1 million or 1.5 million from the bank. And after the bank, then you go to the second level. I call that 100 air. Then you go to the second level and you go in for the millions, where you're going in and getting, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million. And then after that, you go to the third level. And now you start going in talking about, unlimited money. What depends on what you're trying to do. The bank doesn't have a limit. It's just numbers in a computer. And investors, the money floating around is just numbers in a computer. It's endless.
If I wanted you guys to help me to structure it that way, instead of going from the lowest to the high, just jump to the high.
If you want to jump to the high, then that means you would want to have something in mind that you're going to do. We first figure out what we want to do. Then we go in and get the money for it, because you can't build $1 million company if you don't know, if you can't explain to the bank what you're going to do with the $1 million.
Okay.
You just don't say, hey, I got a C corporation here, give me, $20 million. And they're gonna say, well, okay, you seem like a nice person. Here's the money. They want to look and
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. But
in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, that would be so nice. But I got the next best thing. Give them what they want. Give them what they want. If you had a friend and you were trying to date somebody and they said, hey man, I'm friends with their brother. I grew up in their household. You know what I know she likes? She loves comedy. And you know what else she likes? She likes daffodils. Daffodils? She loves daffodils, man. So now you go there and you see her and say, hey, you know what? I wanted to invite you somewhere. Where? This comedy. I got these tickets for this comedy show. You like comedy? Yes, I love comedy. That's one of my favorite things. Really? You know what? And you get in the car and she says, what are those flowers back there? Oh, I'm taking those home. I'm going to put those in. I got these. But I decided I'm just going to give them to you. What are the daffodils? I love that. Me too. I love daffodils too. You might have yourself a good thing going there. So the same thing with the bank. The bank says, oh, you got a C corporation? Yes. I love C corporations. That means we can continually to make money together. We can make money forever together. I love it. I do too. Oh,
come on, you gotta explain it to him.
Yeah, you got data points. You got data points. Yeah, I love data points. So give them what they want.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out what you're going to do so you can tell them what you're going to do to justify them giving you the money. And it's got to make sense. So you figure out what you want for 10 million, 100 million. You said you want to go to the top. So what is it that you're trying to do?
Real estate.
Okay.
Real estate. I'm looking for an apartment complex.
Okay. How big apartment complex?
Well, there is one I'm looking at. There's one I'm looking at. It's probably like $100 or so.
Okay. So 100 doors. Are you in the real estate class?
Yes.
Okay. So then Luita, I guess you know the situation.
Yes, I've been I have not spoken with her about it, but yes, that's what I'm
let's
looking
talk
at.
about it. Get in class or send it. We have the portal. We have our own pipeline that you can put in the address and you put exactly what you want to do. And then we're going to call you. We need all the information there.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Loida.
Okay. You're welcome.
You guys have a good team here. I like you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. The best.
You're as good as the people you're around, brother. And you're as good as the people around it. And we have some very, very smart people around. Very, very smart. Let's see. Dawn, J. Dawn Wells. Looked like the last question. Let's see. What's your question?
Okay, so are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I am actually I have owned in the past, but just with wisdom, I learned that I didn't know business like I thought I did. So at this point, I only operate um a nonprofit, but that's the strongest entity I have to me because I am like 13, we're really 11 and 13 years strong. But I'm I've been funding it by myself. I have tried grants before, but of course it probably just has to do with structure.
So let me
I've
ask you a
never gotten a
question.
grant before.
So
I've never applied for
let me ask
I've
you,
always been really
let me ask you a
afraid of
question.
all of it.
Let me ask you a question. You're funding a nonprofit?
Yes, on my own, because
How
it
are
is an
you?
outreach, and I am already a 501(c)(3),
So
and
let me ask you a
I
question.
do some
So let me
things.
ask you a
I'm sorry.
question. So a nonprofit has no profit. So how are
Right.
you telling the bank that you're gonna pay them back when you have no profit?
Well, that was the question. Is of course I want to expand. I want to be more. I want to be.
So
I
what?
want
Do me a favor.
to be more.
Ask me,
Yeah.
how do I do this?
Okay. So how do I create or make the nonprofit, or how do I change it? Since I have at least I have some years on it, I have some years that I've been in operation with it, and how do I make it fundable, or I'm
You
sorry,
don't
not
fund
fundable,
them. You don't fund the
profitable? How can I
nonprofit.
change it to profitable and still keep the years without it being that like I'm starting over?
You don't. A nonprofit is not for getting money. An LLC is not for getting money. In order to get money, the bank is a lending institution. And when they lend you money, they want to know that you can pay it back. So if you say, how are you going to pay us back? You say, well, I have no profit. Then they're going to say, well, how are we going to lend you money and you don't pay us? How are you going to pay us back with no profit? So you need a corporation that can make a profit so that they can be convinced you're going to do business. A nonprofit is not doing business. A nonprofit is for helping the community. That's why you have nonprofit status. It is a corporation first, and then it turns into a nonprofit because you apply for your tax so you don't have to pay a tax advantage. So if you want to get money, then you have to get the company that's made for getting money. If you want to protect something like real estate, then you get an LLC. Or if it's dangerous, then you protect yourself as an LLC, limited liability. If you want investors, then you get an S corporation. If you want to get money, then you get a C corporation, and you buy the C corporation with age. Now, the nonprofit is a lot of times for like spillover. So a lot of people think you get a nonprofit so you can get grants and you can go feed people, and buy some food or get some food and make some food and feed people. But that's one way of looking at it. But then there's another way of looking at it. If you had $10 million in a profit business, and now you have to pay what they call tax, right? Because you made money. You made $10 million profit. So now you get a good CPA and they take care of your taxes for you, right? That's their job. Your job is to get money. Their job is to take care of your taxes, help you with tax structure. Now you wrote off everything. For instance, you wrote off $8 million, right? But you can't find anything else to show legally where you're gonna put this money unless you put it back into the business. So you say, honey, why don't you start a nonprofit, your cousin, your friend, or whoever, and they start a nonprofit, and you take that 2 million and you put that into the nonprofit. Now the nonprofit is responsible for 15%. If you pay the tax on it, you're going to pay 37, almost 40%, approximately, somewhere in there, right? So you're going to be giving up a whole lot of money. So why not just donate it and then get a tax write-off? But it's still your cousin or your fiance or whoever's nonprofit. That's how that usually works. Now, do you want a nonprofit or do you want a foundation? It's two different things. A foundation, you can put that 2 million in a foundation and then lend your cousin the money to buy real estate. And they got to pay you interest on that money because a foundation is like a bank. They can lend money. So I would look into turning my nonprofit into a foundation, right? And I would be looking into getting myself a for-profit business. Imagine if
Well, I do, sir. I have one, but it is, well, after COVID, I just did not have enough overhead, so I had to come out of the shop. But I also have been mobile as a mobile cosmetologist. So I've carried that business as well. But I do it mobily, but the income is so inconsistent and low that I just, and I do have a CPA. He does help me write off things at the end of the year, but I just don't care. There's just not a lot of income with it.
So then you need to
So
then you need to go get some money, build your company right, and come up with something you want to do, like real estate, right? And get the money and then go buy real estate. If you buy a piece of property for $300,000 and it needs to be fixed up, then you get it for 300, but it's worth 500 because it needs a little work. So you get it for 300,000, it's worth 500,000. You put 30,000 or 50 in it to fix it, new floors, new paint, curb appeal, make it look pretty, and then sell it for 500. You got $150,000 equity in it. That's called a flip. And so now you go in, and by the time you finish, fixing it and paying closing costs and all that, you might come out of that with about $100,000 in 40 days. You should be in and out of there in 40 days. So I would consider real estate as a source of income.
okay. I have not joined the class. I'm just really, a lot of times I don't catch you. I'm not on your lives, but I listen to you. So this is the first time I've heard the information about actually joining the real estate class, but I'm taking something online. It's a slow process, but because it's online for real estate. So I don't have the license yet, but I am online, taking a class. But I just wanted to know, would what you all do, would that be able to help me turn it into a foundation? Is that something that you would be able to help me do as well? Because I don't know how to, or the proper way to turn it into a foundation.
I wouldn't be concentrating on turning it, dealing with a nonprofit. I would be concentrating on dealing with something that's going to give me some money. Because you turn it into a nonprofit, then you got to do what? You got to look for a grant, or you got to look for something that's going to generate, bring in some money. Right now, I would shift into for-profit, and then nonprofit comes after your for-profit is kicking, your for-profit is banging. But, if you just want to help and feed the public, go get some money, build a nice business, take some money, go feed the public. But for getting the money, you can become rich a lot faster with going to the bank and getting some money than you can ever getting grants or working for the money.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and I have called your number before, and I did have to hang up because when I listened to how much, I just didn't find any one of the, I think it was like that, or buying into the S corps or buying a corporation. It's like,
what kind of
yes,
corp?
I have to find where are these people finding $5,000 and $6,000 to just buy an S corp or to just have it.
Wait a minute, but you're saying an S corporation? We don't sell S corporations. So what kind of corporation?
Well, where were you selling? It was like you can buy. I know an aged. I'm sorry, an aged
hold on one
corporation.
Second. Hold on a second. So a lot of times people have credit cards, and they realize if they invest 5,000, 10,000, or whatever, 100,000, and they get back 10 times that amount, that's a good deal. So when you want something, you will find it. If you want a car, you will. If you don't have any transportation to get to work, you will find a car.
Yes.
You will find it, right? Well, because that's just the nature of things. If your rent is due, you notice you always find it. You always find, when you're hungry, you notice you always find food. I don't care what it is. If food is food is food. I don't care if it's a mayonnaise sandwich. You'll find food. You ain't gonna go hungry. So you have to look at that the same way in anything in your life. If some people need a Rolls Royce. Some people need a $1 million car, and they find it. So some people actually have apartment complexes, and they need every month $4 million. They need it in order to do what they have to do. Every month I got to come up with this money, and they find it.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be no reason why you can't find a couple $1,000s to enhance your life. Just be creative. And we have a lot of ways to go in and help people get that. You just hung up before they got to give you the information.
I just thought I didn't qualify. That was for people that were at other levels with you or further along. So I just kept listening or, continue to listen to your webinars and stuff until I run into something that sounds like it was for me.
Right. Well, corporations are to get money. That's what they're used for. And everybody that has a $1 billion company is usually a corporation. So why reinvent the wheel? If you say, I need, or not I need, but I want a Mercedes, and you think Mercedes and you sleep Mercedes and you wake up talking to your friends, every time they talk to you, say, Mercedes, Mercedes. Oh, here she come. Every time she talk, all she talk about is the Mercedes. Oh, Lord, the baby should be getting away from you saying, oh, my God, is she, get you, girl, I'm going to drive you my Mercedes when I get my Mercedes. The baby should be saying, oh, God. Because you have to will it. You have to sleep and eat it. If you're hungry, you will find food. If you're hungry for that Mercedes, you will find it. You will get it. You will it. You're a little God. God said, be all of this. You're a little God. And you can certainly say, be Mercedes. When you drive your car, you should be saying, I'm in a Mercedes. Start feeling it.
I mean, the thing is, before COVID and well, I'm a single parent now, but at that time I was married and he's deceased now. So I let some things go because I couldn't handle it. But I do own a Mercedes, and you are right. I wanted a Mercedes. That was my dream car, and I don't have another. That's just what I've always wanted, and I have already purchased one.
You got it.
Right.
So Mercedes is a lot more. Mercedes is a lot more than a corporation.
Right.
So if you get a Mercedes, you get a corporation, and they do have many ways to help you get the corp. They have many ways. They're very creative. So you just didn't stay.
Now, are you talking about joining the operation? Because I know you have several things going on. Is it joining Operation Hope and joining now the real estate class, or is it that Operation Hope takes you into all of these other things that you have going on? Or do you join all of these individually? Because I know you have several things going on.
What is Operation Hope? I don't think that's me. So you got a lot of people acting like me.
See?
A lot of people.
Yes, and I've always been skeptical, like, okay, well, what is that about?
I don't have Operation Hope.
Okay.
You're talking to
You're right.
people.
Your name is out there under it. Yes.
Everywhere. They pretending to be me. That's why I say watch who you call. So you can call Economic Masonry, or rather, Rachel, can you take her number down, information down, and send her to Bobby?
Yes, Mr. Derrick.
Ma'am,
can you share your information in the chat box?
Let's see if they can make.
So I do it. Is it going to be under just everyone or your name?
Not everyone. Not everyone. I'll send it to host and panelists.
Okay, I'm on that one. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Whitehead. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. I'm going to take your advice on. That was what I wanted to hear.
Okay, and hang in there. There's no give up. No such thing. You got the Mercedes. You know you can get whatever else you want. You can do that.
Yes. God bless you, sir.
God bless you.
You're
and
right.
your child.
Thank you.
My mama was a single parent, and that is a task. But you're doing God's work. You gave life. You're a special, very special single parent or whatever. A parent is a very special thing. Without the women giving birth, there's no more life.
Yeah.
So that's not a hindrance. That is a special thing. Very special thing. And sorry that happened with you. But God got something special for you.
Yes. And God bless you, sir. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions.
You're welcome. How about Andy? Look like the last question. Andy, what's your question?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Andy Asamain. I'm here today because I've been reached by the team to come and give a little testimony because I just got funded from you. So I just wanted to piggyback on the topic earlier with the lady. Just to say that no less than 3 months ago, I was on the call just like you. And I was on a webinar until 3 a.m. in the morning, listening a recording on Facebook. And I believe I talked to Mr. Whitehead that night because the same night at 4 a.m. in the morning, I called the number, or at least I made an appointment to buy the chef call, And the next day I got it. I went to the process, listening all the advice to the dot. And when it comes to structuration and credit repair, I mean, right now I'm still on the credit repair, but eventually, I worked with Amy, and I was able to secure through the whole process my first $100,000 2 days ago. And that's just the start of everything, because at this point, we didn't even attack the corporation itself. That was just a bonus funding that Miss Amy was able to give me. So just to tell the lady earlier that it was scary, because just like you, I was wondering where I get the money. But, I put everything on a credit card. I bought the corporation, and today with that first funding, I was able to pay it back, and start to plan what I have for the future. So I just wanted to come here and share my little experience right now. It's the beginning, because again, we still have to work on the corporation itself. We still have to go through the funding to different banks. And right now, the perspective is, according to the team, is probably going to be around 500,000 if everything's goes fine, And that's really a blessing. And I really want to appreciate you and the work you're doing. I've been watching your videos since your recording, actually, since 2020. I've been learning, and yeah, eventually I'll need to talk to the team, because I still need to structure the corporation better, because I also have an LLC that I want to put under the corporation. I have a personal trust, so I don't know if I need to get another one or maybe update the one I already have. But yeah, through the team, I went to the real estate class. I talked to Miss Loweta, and she introduced me to Mr. Russell, which is a loan officer, which actually was able to convince me to refinance my actual home, because I'm a veteran, and my current home was under a VA loan, which I was able to refinance to get under FHA loan. And now Mr. Russell guaranteed me that I will be able to get a $2 million loan through the VA and I will be able to actually buy a 4-unit home, a 4-unit, and start with that. So that's very great. Things happening in less than 3 months in my life.
Very, very nice. And I'm very excited for you. Very proud of you. Very, very nice.
Appreciate that.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. So I have also a question, and I don't know if you can just attest, because with Miss Amy, she again, I already have a plan when I came to the program. I already work with a mentor to build a salon suite, right? So I think with that first loan, I will do that. But I'm also interested in a program that Miss Amy shared with me about a 20% return on investment for $250K. I don't know if you can develop about that a little bit more.
I have to ask her about that.
Okay.
I have to ask her about that. She's a wealth of information. So she's
okay. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, we want the money, and personally, I mean, I want to talk to her from everybody, but most of the time we want the money, but really, we don't really know what to do with that, and that's why I believe it's important to stick with the team, because you guys can be a good mentors to guide us through how to place that money properly, to be able to, she said real estate. Right. Yeah, definitely. That's where I'm going to start with. But yeah, if there's any other idea the lady was asking about foundation and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like to, I can't give advice or any of that, but I like to talk about or invest in things that I can see and touch. Okay. Real estate, I can see it, I can touch it,
yes,
I can put on my hard hat and go look at it. I know the price of of the properties around there. I know what the comps are. I have all that information. Or investing in a business. I can go see it. Not some business online that overseas or the stock market. No, I like to see it. Okay. You make computers. Okay. Let's go in and just take a look at you making some computers. Okay. I'll invest in it if I see it. I got to see it. That's just my pattern. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. I definitely gonna get in touch with me for sure when it comes to the trust and the structuration on time. Did you ever because I don't know, I was watching the recording and that's from a long time ago. Do you